Hi, I'm Rabbi Ariel Rakowski. Welcome to another edition of Tefilah Tuesdays. When you look at the first bracha of Shemoneh Esrei, the bracha of the Avos that we began discussing last week, what seems to be pretty clear about the bracha is that there are a lot of different descriptions of God. We're not really describing God's essence, we're describing the attributes of God that we ascribe to Him, that in a certain sense we are meant to emulate. Hakel, Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Anorah, El Elyon, all of these descriptions, that God is Hakel, He is the God who is mighty, He is awesome, El Elyon, He is most high. Those are all descriptions that are found in the Torah that are mentioned actually either by Moshe Rabbeinu or by other characters, by Avraham, other protagonists in Torah stories. What is it that it's doing here? Why are we mentioning these descriptions right here, right now? So if you look at many of these descriptions, when we talk about HaKadosh Baruch Hu has Hakel, Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Anorah, that's Moshe Rabbeinu describing HaKadosh Baruch Hu to the Jewish people. He's telling the Jewish people that they have to follow the right path, they have to do the right thing, and they should not deviate from that path, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is one who is Hakel, Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Anorah, because He's mighty, He is awesome, He is all-powerful. So, before we begin praying to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in a certain sense we have to acknowledge who He is, and what He is about, and what He means to us. And we have to acknowledge that He has the power to grant our prayers, and He has the power to respond either with compassion or with mercy, or the opposite. Nevertheless, we ask Kadosh Baruch Hu to approach us and to reach out to us and to listen to our prayers from a perspective of generosity. Gomel chasadim tovim v'koneh hakol. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one who grants good acts of kindness. We hope that HaKadosh Baruch Hu listens to our prayers from that perspective of Gomel chasadim tovim. Even though He is the one who is Koneh HaKol, who owns everything and everyone, He has that ability to grant our wishes and our deepest and innermost desires. And that's why, once again, we invoke the Zocher Chastei Avos. We invoke the righteousness of our forefathers in making this request. And then we conclude, Umevi Goel Livnei V'neihem, and that HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings redemption to their children, to their descendants. So why is it that HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings redemption? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is all-powerful, and perhaps we are not deserving of that redemption. So what is that redemption about? Lema'an Shemo, that's the first reason, for the greatness of His own name, Be'ahava, out of His love for us. The purpose of the bracha of the Avos is, in a certain sense, to once again, as it were, meet God, to recognize and acknowledge His greatness, but at the same time, as vast and as indescribable as His greatness is, and by the way, all of these manifold descriptions of God were very carefully selected by Chazal to mirror the words in the Torah, and whenever anybody attempted to add further descriptions, as happened at least in one case, as recorded by the Gemara in Brachos, Chazal refused. One person, one of the Amoraim, actually, Rabbi Chanina it was, derisively scorned the person that began to add these descriptors, because these descriptors are based on the words of the Torah. So these descriptions that we invoke of God are meant to put us in the proper frame of mind to pray properly, and once again to attempt to get us to tap in to the notion and to the all merciful and compassionate God as He listens to our prayers. We'll continue next time.